Alrighty, today is the second stream of the day. We're about to talk about how you can retire and have money today. We're gonna bring that up. I've got some crust in my eye, a little gnarly, but seriously, you want to make more money. You want to have the money to get the things you want in life, live well today, and have money to be able to have a comfortable retirement. And we're going to talk about what a comfortable retirement is. I have some ideals about that. Now, part of this, let's see, let me make sure that I don't have this on private. Oh, okay. We do have it public. Good to go. I think, and this is a continuation of what I was talking about earlier, that if you want to make money, you need to start a small business. Part of that is, that's how I did it. I don't have any other ways or means or there's nothing else I can tell you. I just know that starting a small business as defined by the United States Department of, I think, Commerce is 500 employees or less. And that's most businesses around the world. Literally, there may be 50,000 companies around the world with more than 500 employees. They ain't even enough, if each company sent 2 people, that's enough people to fill one stadium. And one college stadium and have room left over. So it's not a lot of people with these big businesses. I have a friend, he has 20 employees. They do about 15 million a year. That's small business. He's rich, but it's still small business. Part of what you need to do let's talk about this. All right, hold on. Let me just do this real quick because, is it going to let me log in? Is it? What is it? Oh, okay. YouTube is a hater. And this is something that's been going on since it started really bad in 2013, and each year it's gotten worse. If you want to be sure to get timely, updated information about when these streams pop off, this is what you need to do. All right, because I have I got a YouTube notification deal, and let's preview it so you can get on this list. I'm telling you, what's going to happen in the future is get on this list. Is YouTube's going to start throttling all traffic. And if you're not doing the things that YouTube wants you to do in terms of making money, you're going to have to bring your own traffic. I started a new channel. Don't mention it here. And if I didn't have an email list, and it's not really a big email list, there's 957 people on that email list. And so far, 370 of those people have signed up for the channel. Plus, I don't know, I think there may be some new ones. But so a third of the list, or 25% at least, has signed up for the new channel. This is what you're going to have to do, because I'm starting this channel off with an email list. I plan on getting everybody and making it a go. But I'll put this, matter of fact, I can do this. I think I can do this now. Now, here's the thing with the comments. YouTube is monkeyed around with the comments, because I know many of you it's like, hey man, I've been looking for and I can't find it. If you're on your phone, it's hard to see, and if you're on desktop, you can at least see it. They've got it kind of grayed off, this little 3, so you have to sort the comments to see them. And I should, matter of fact, let me do that right now. I'm going to put the email link in the description so everybody can have it, because the comments were working really, really well, and they just decided to mess with the comments. And I hate this new YouTube studio thing. It's a pain. It really is a pain. Okay. And let's see. I'm going to put get on this email list for YouTube notifications. Because this is the only way I'm going to be able to reach you guys. I'm serious. If I had done this in 2009, oh man, the channel would have grown like crazy. All right, make sure, put that off and hit pause. Okay, so we should be cooking with a little gas. Now, I couldn't get into this earlier because I'm upstairs and the downstairs computer has everything automatically logged in, but I figured it out. So what we're going to do is talk about the courses, because I had people who asked a lot of questions. So here we go. Let me pull up this. All right. And we're going to go through everything. All right, so there's two things you can get. Well, there's many things you can get at Hustlers Kung Fu Life Skills. When you buy something at Hustlers Kung Fu Life Skills, unless I say that you get something extra, you don't. This is Hustle Camp. You got all of these courses here. I went ahead and redid it. So you've got, I will teach you how to make money, live webinars, 10 sessions. That's like 10 hours. I think there's one webinar there. Hustling Craigslist, the inner game, very important. Becoming the boss, very important. Asking for the money, how to be an Uber salesperson. That right there is worth the price of the course alone. Asking for, let's see, and 10 essential steps to hustling, 30 days to 2,500. That's part of the course. The 24-hour startup. I put the Hustler Kung Fu book collection, which is just like the Side Hustle Starter Pack that has all those courses. The Hustler's Mindset, Pimp Your Mind for Success, How to Never Be Broke Again, the $25 Hustle. I will teach you to make money live webinars. All right, that's like double. The Craigslist marketing course, 30 days to 2,500, the original course, 30 days to 2,500 physical products. I got the child support course there. Disruptive mating, I've got that. This is another audio book, The Hustler's Mindset, Pimp Your Mind for Success, Volume 3. I just threw this in there, and that's it, because there's some duplications, but I will remove the duplications. So you get all of that for $499. And I will say this with a great degree of confidence. If you cannot earn what you paid, which is $500 in a month with this information, you ain't trying. This information should, within a few weeks to a few months, get you minimum to $500 to $1,000 per month consistently. So if you spend $500 today, and then you make $500 next month, then you make $700 the month after. So in the year, you make $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 with this information. Your return on investment is stupid, because it doesn't stop there. Then there's next year, then the next year, and then the next year, and then the next year. So essentially, you could spend $500 today and over a few years make 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100K. This is, once again, this is super economical for what you get. And some people want this. And this is the Side Hustle University plus more. You get the Side Hustle Pack and more. You get the Art of Holding with this, and this is included. And you get a year of money, income, and profit from the day you start. Now, what does this mean? Because this one has more courses. This has the Art of Holding courses. So that's in there. You pay this $2,600, one-time deal. What you will get is everything that I'm doing this year. I will put up a special tab for you folks where you'll get all of the modules that's coming, how to start an online business, how to pimp out LLCs. There's going to be many, many different things. It is my intention to do one module per month. So this one kind of started in the middle of the month, so I got a bust. But these will be college level classes, meaning that there will not be content uploaded every day for like the hustle stuff, because that stuff I know off the top of my head and I can just put it in there like real quick. This will be, you're going to have to work. Let me just be very, very honest. You're going to have to work because let's see, let's go here into, I got some more. You can't see them because if you don't have a link, you can't get in. All right. So let's go with, really? It's very interesting. I don't want a new course. I want to get to, hold on. All right. Okay. So let's talk about the framework. All right. Let's see. I don't know why it's so big. Hold on a second. Let's make this actual size. There we go. Because that was just kind of blowing my mind. All right. So this is what's in this course. Love thy audience, customer avatars, and there should be another one. Because I did 3 videos yesterday. Let me check. Let's preview. Oh, it just put it as a new lecture. Okay. So there's 3. There's love thy audience, customer avatars, and let's just see what this is. Come on. Okay. All right. Basic instincts, appeal to self-interest. Okay. For some reason that did not come through. So I'm actually just going to fix that right now. Something like that shouldn't be there. Okay. I did everything. So basic instincts. In real time, you get to see a course being created. Basic instincts. Appeal to their inner beast. I love naming these courses. All right, so that's there. Now, we'll go with, go back here. Love the audience. There's a lot that you got to do with that. This is not like, okay, I'm going to watch the course. I got it. I'm going to move to the next one. No. The information that's right here in these 3 sections, and there's a lot more that's coming, it's going to take you a week or 2 to do. And let's really talk about that. Okay. You have to do the work. I don't care how much money you spend with me. If you're not going to do the work, you're not going to get the benefit. There's a lot of people that's just like, give me the money. I'll take the course. I'll take your money. And I don't really care if you're successful or not. I'm not like that. I will be on you to do the work because many of you have seen people who have done the work consistently come in the comments like, I've done this, this is working well. But if you don't do the work, ain't nothing gonna happen. I mean, we got to get out of this. I got this course. We got to get out of this. I am CEO, man. On your business card, you don't have no business, Tony. You don't have no job, Tommy. You have no job, Tommy. You have no business, Tommy. You just got a fancy title that you gave yourself There is no payment systems. There's no sales team. There's no R&D department. It's just you and your image. Your image. That's it. I guarantee you, during this next economic downturn, your image is going to be tarnished. You're going to get it. You're just going to have a big problem with that. So you got to do the work. Now, for folks who cannot afford any of these courses, and there are many folks who can't afford it, I ain't mad at you. I got love for you. Under every video, there's individual courses for sale, except for the art of holding stuff. And I'm going to explain why I'm like this. You can get the Craigslist marketing. You can get 30 days to 25. You can get virtually every course that was presented in those bundles one at a time. I would suggest everyone gets 30 days to 2,500. And as a second option, the Craigslist protocols, because Craigslist does not work for dating anymore, but you can still move a lot of product on Craigslist. A lot of product. It's hard work. It's a grind. But if you don't have any money, and this is something that just, I'm from a different generation. We used to cut grass, go around, grab Coke bottles, take them to the store, get the deposit money. Everybody had some, how can I make a little money? It was a common theme for everybody. Not today. You broke, your student loans late, you hide in your car over at Pookie's house, and you still like, I ain't gonna do that. I'm too good for that. Which is crazy to me. Crazy, 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 crazy. So that's what's going on. Now I need to talk about the art of holding. All right. There's a lot of stuff that's coming to the art of holding once I really get rolling. And the people who are paying per month, you're going to be shocked at what's coming. The art of holding does not work unless you have a business model or you have a lot of money and assets. If you just broke Dick Danny, penniless Priscilla, you can have 15 LLCs. And to a degree, that could be a business if you know what you're doing, but it ain't a fast business. There's slow money and there's fast money. So I'm keeping that for people who are real serious. Most of the people who buy this already have a business and they just want to set their stuff up real tight. So that's it. A big part of, and one of the reasons that I have all these courses and they're separate and you can get them, is you got to start somewhere. You cannot be, quote, the man or the woman or the rabbit or the tiger or the cat or the bear or whatever without experience. The video before this one or the live stream, you should check it out. I go through the whole gamut of how I got here. And I got here working jobs. I had 3 jobs in succession before I went off on my own. And each one of those jobs gave me specific skills, which I still use today, 17 years later. And this is one of the things you got to get skills. Once you get skills, once you have a repeatable process of making money, you can expand it. You know, anyone can hustle for a day or hustle for a weekend or hold a garage sale. And actually, that's part of it because everyone needs to have some seed money. You can have a garage sale, make, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 selling stuff that you ain't using. Funny story. One of my neighbors just moved. Guess how many moving trucks they used to move out of their house. Now, I will tell you, to move in here, and we didn't completely fill it up because if I remember the moving truck, we could possibly still move out of here with one moving truck because I'm not a pack rat. I don't believe in just clutter and stuff. But then again, we got paintings and stuff, rugs. I still think we can do one truck. The house was 6,000 square feet, 6,700 square feet. Guess how many moving trucks they had? All right, so let me go through this while y'all are playing this role of Jeopardy. How many moving trucks did it take my neighbors to move? All right. Eric and Nicole. Yeah, YouTube's a hater, man. What's up, Derek? Mr. Zeno, Diana's Orchards, Christian Emerson, Alyssa, the Whistling Kettle. Hello. That's new. Never seen that before. Thank you, Lavore. The email list, that's what I'm doing. And part of the reason I don't want to do a text notification list is I sell financial information. You can't use text to sell financial information, porn, or credit repair. And I'm kind of guilty of all three. What's up, Leah? Steve Rodriguez, Crystal Davis, Tyra Gibson, Raquel, what's up? Johnny Walton, what's up? You're at Barnes and Nobles. What's a good book for a salesman? First, you should start selling a product. I can't find this book. I don't even remember the name. But until I had a job, I did not buy a book about cold calling. Once I had a job where I had to cold call, I bought a book. So before you go out and buy books, make sure you have a job selling stuff. Dunamis, you're paying per month. You're included in all this. Wait a minute. I thought you were. Is paying per month still available? I will have to think about that. Timothy Lyons. The link's there. All right. Also, the description has everything now. I just put it there. So the comments are jacked up. Why YouTube did that, I don't know. But under every video, the links are there. Johnny Walton, 4 moving trucks. Broderick, what is 6? Alex, Agent J Pool, 318 wheelers and a whole crew of professional packers. Timothy Line, the online course. Actually, you know what? You're right. I will put that in. Matter of fact, while y'all are playing this role of Jeopardy, let me see. Go to preview. I don't want that. I want this. All right. So let's do this. Give me a second. I got to find the right window to put this in under. So the stream may buffer a little bit because when I start opening windows, it starts getting freaky. Starts getting very freaky. All right, so I got to go through the weird studio. And this is what I hate about this, because essentially they give you an option to come back to classic view, which I'm like, it's just an extra irritating step because, all right, cool. Let's see. So what I'm about to do, hold on, make sure what's under here. And, okay. So what I'm about to do, select all, and let's do the description, set to, so give me a second because I'm trying to do this live. All right. So let's make sure that that's not under there. And you are actually, no. Okay. All right. I got to do it this way because YouTube's a hater. They are a hater. Okay. All right. So let's find description, set to, okay, learn how to sell. And I'm going to put new training. How to start an online business. And okay. All right, there it is. Submit. And within a few minutes, let's see. It should be under every video. Let me see if we buffering. Okay, we still solid green. Okay, so it's editing. And typically what it does is do the first videos first or the latest videos and then works its way to the beginning. So there we go. So how to start an online business. It will be under every video in a few minutes. So there we go. We cooking with gas now. All right, let me see. 5 truckloads. The name is just the new. I don't need no Facebook. I don't advertise on Facebook. There are many people who've gotten on to me. You should do Facebook. This is what I don't like about Facebook. Every 6 months or sooner, they change the rules. You can do this. And the thing is, it's gotten to the point where your business must fit into the Facebook rules of posting ads. You can't say what you want. So your job is to create an ad that complies with Facebook's marketing policies, which may not be in the best interest of your business. So people are jumping through hoops to use Facebook. And I'll tell you the story. I used to make a lot of money on Facebook. I was one of the kings of Facebook groups. I've had several Facebook groups. And I noticed that I had a Facebook group that was making me a lot of money. It just disappeared. I didn't get an email. I reached out. Nobody helped me. It just disappeared. Then 18 months later, it came back like a ghost ship. And I was like, there is no way in the world I'm going to depend on this platform to make money. So ever since then, I have been really anti-Facebook. I mean, think about this. There are some people that their only source of income is Facebook. And if Facebook just like pulls the plug or there's an accident or something, they're screwed. They are really, really screwed. So it does not impact me one way or the other. All right, the DSL Chronicles. Adonis, how do you protect your content from becoming pirated on torrent sites? I'm about to release. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. The people who go to these torrent sites and run the risk of getting all kind of nasty viruses on their computers, they weren't going to buy your stuff anyway. There's just a certain group of people. If I can get it free, yeah. And this is what's going to happen. They're going to download your content and they're not going to go through it. I gave away my courses myself for free for 6 months, and 97% of the people who got those free courses did not open them up. Because people go to these torrents and they open it. Don't even worry about it. Just put your stuff out there. What's up, Joseph? Yeah, don't even worry about that. Just put your stuff out there. Do not worry about someone stealing your ideal. Because the thing is, let's say there's you have an ideal, and then it's your friend Bubba. He don't have an ideal. And Bubba is in the same economic situation that you are. Bubba can do no more with your ideal than you can. And since Bubba is just like trying to be a thief, more than likely his motivation won't be as high as yours. Right now, I mean, I'm going to answer the moving truck question in a minute. How many fat loss websites are there? How many fitness channels are there on YouTube? What, hundreds of thousands of fitness channels? But once again, what you'll learn in how to start an online business, you don't even have to have the best product. This is something that many people often make false assumptions about. I will tell a story of someone. I won't mention names. There's two people I know. One's a girl, one's a guy. The girl and the guy were in the same category. The girl spent 6 months building her course, getting feedback, putting it together. 6 months, she didn't try to sell it. The guy, he just threw his stuff up. And he found out a lot of stuff didn't work because people was like, well, this is a problem, this is a problem, this is a problem. So he threw it up, and essentially he built his wings on the way down. Well, the girl with the 6 month, into her course, it was very polished. It's very professional. She sold nothing. The guy who threw his course together, he made $130,000 his first year creating courses. Her course was clearly head and shoulders better than his. But see, what he did that she didn't do is he did testing. She had no, she was just putting it out there. She tried paid traffic. It didn't work. She didn't build an email list where the guy who threw he was building the email list. He was consistently marketing his course because he talked to me. I said, put it out there, bro. He's like, but I'm like, put it out there. Well, if I make a mistake, I'm like, don't worry about that. Keep putting it out there. And he listened. And he's like, man, that first course had so many mistakes. But the thing is, people got benefit from it. And he was like, I got good reviews. Do not get caught up in that. It's got to be perfect. It's going to be the best course. It's going to be better than anyone else's. You will lose so much money trying to play that game that way. Tim, every time you post a new course, ask us, do we see it because we know? Well, what I'm going to do is put everything in the description. They haven't monkeyed around with that yet. So you'll be able to see it. Alicia, those free courses are fire. Yeah, I had people like 3% who took the free courses and then later on bought something. It's like, hey, man, I got the free courses. I ain't really setting the world on fire, but I'm making $800 a month. That's $10,000 a year. Josh Barr, the ideal is shit, execution is every. Pretty much. He executed while I think she had a fear of putting her stuff out there because she was very skittish. And I was just like, put it out there, put it out there, put it out there. And I told the group, I'm no longer part of that group. I was like, I wrote my first book. It had typos. The content was fire, but I had people who were talking shit about me on YouTube, saying don't buy his book, it's full of YouTubes. And one of the best things I ever saw was one of these guys. He was a hater. He really hated my ass because he wanted to be me. And he was talking, and then not one, not two, but several puts. But look, man, there are issues from a editing standpoint with the book. But the folks were like, this content is fire. I've made $1,000 this month from that book. So he was trying to trash it, and people were coming in like, well, yeah, this, but it works. It works. He was so mad he deleted those comments. See, this is why I speak the way I do about haters. They're not interested in truth. They're interested in trying to shine at your expense. And I was just sitting there. I was watching the live stream. I was cracking up. And this was before he blocked me. I was like, you could talk all the shit you want about me, but my book's way better than yours because it makes people money. Because it's not a book. It's a business system. And from his stream, I had several more people buy the book. And he was dissing me. He was trashing me. And I told people the story. No one wants to hear that. It's like, no. What if someone's mean to me? They're going to be mean. You're going to let Fat Pockets 876 stop you from putting your stuff out there because Fat Pockets 876 is going to say some crap. You know how weak you are to let somebody you don't even know who ain't using their real name stop you from putting your shit out there. That's kind of crazy. No, I've thought about that. Chinese culture is so different that my books and stuff would not work over there. There would be some people who would take that information, they come here and they would make it successful. But China's a very different market. You got to come at them way different. Joseph, I need a partnership agreement template. Right now, I'm not doing anything like that because I'm still building. And partnerships and what is it? Affiliates have to be managed. I don't have time. Maybe later. Joanne, I started an Airbnb business, live in Alabama. I want to open up an LLC. Should I pay a lawyer or should I just go to the site and watch myself? Um, First of all, why do you need a LLC for an Airbnb property? What are you trying to do? Producer Man 13. Perfectionism is a real dream killer and the source of a lot of procrastination. You can thank school for telling you that anything short of A plus is subpar. I gotta agree with that. I never really thought about that, but I was an A plus student. I didn't have those issues. But yeah. And this is, I was a nerd. And you know those movies, The Nerd's Revenge? That ain't nothing compared to the real Nerd's Revenge. Jeff Bezos is a nerd. The Google guys, they're nerds. Steve Jobs was a nerd. Nerds are winning like never before in history. Josh Barr, wow, even if you help people profit, they will talk. Yes. All right, here's the thing that was happening way back then. And part of this can help you because some of you are going to do an online business. Some of you are going to put yourself out like me. And what's going to happen is you're going to get haters. I don't care how nice you are. I don't care how sweet you are. You're going to get some people that your presentation makes them feel some kind of way that they're going to come after you like you killed their firstborn child. And it's just like, I don't know this person. I've never done anything. Doesn't matter. Let me tell you what I was facing about 2013. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I had about 15 people, and I'm going to say it. They were white. All 15 were white who had 15 YouTube channels. And all of them together did not get the views that my one YouTube channel got, which means I was way better than all of them combined. You would think, well, someone's better than me. I grew up in an era where someone was better than you were. You worked harder to be better. You didn't go over there like, I hate them. I hope they die. These motherfuckers used to get up together and do hangouts about me. And they used to attack people who bought my courses. And one girl, Deb, she's like, I bought this course, I bought this book, and it helped me. And it was like, no, it didn't. And Deb, to her credit, she ain't on YouTube more. She said, yes, it did. Before I got this book, I was going to auctions. I wasn't making money. She says, I can consistently say this book has helped me make 15 extra $100 per month. And they got into an argument with her. And then the dude, he cussed her out, talked about her like a dog. And then this is when everybody turned on him. He deleted the video, but the word was out that he went, Deb was like a cool person she messed with. He went after her like Trump went after John McCain. And Trump goes after. He went after her. He cussed her out. And then he had to do an apology video. It's like, I lost my head. And people were like, fuck you. I wasn't trying to get in this. I look at you. I listen to Glendon. But clearly, I ain't fucking with you anymore. There's something wrong with you. Glendon was right. He lost it. This motherfucker, he went ape shit. Because here's the thing. And this is, not to any of y'all, but there's some white people that think when the black person's successful, it's affirmative action. They swore up and down that the only reason I was successful was YouTube was giving me some special help. Seriously. YouTube has been trying to take me out since 2014. That wasn't it. I won in the raw marketplace competing against white people, and they couldn't deal with it. And I actually did. Man, my older videos were ridiculous. I was like, look, there's 15 of these motherfuckers, and I get more views in a week than all of them get in a month. That should tell you something. And I went after them. I started suing people. I found out a few addresses, sent them cease and desist letters. I got several YouTube channels deleted because they would put up a false YouTube channel representing me. It's called impersonation, and attack people who were leaving positive comments on my videos. It was the craziest thing. And I tell you this because when you become abnormally successful, it is not normal for someone to make $1 million in a year after 3 years on YouTube. That ain't normal. That is very extraordinary. That is very special. And people will come after you. They will come for you. And this is what you're going to have to endure to reach escape velocity. This is what's This is what's going to be waiting on you. This is going to be part of so many battles that you're going to have, because you're going to have the battle of running your business, which is going to be rough. Then you're going to have the battle of managing expectations, which will be rough. Then you're going to have the battle of dealing with haters. And I was having a comment with someone who he got haters now, and dude's real chill. I'm not mentioning his name. And most people who's like, oh, just ignore him. When you get hit 1,000 times a month, that's a lot for one person to take. And you get these folks out here who are saying the meanest, crassest things just because they want to. You ain't done nothing to them. And just shows you why we have a representative republic, because left to their own devices, most people cannot manage self, let alone the society. Lavore, I actually like the Revenge of the Nerd movies. Adonis, yep, only two classes of people: producers and consumers. Pretty much. Joanne, tax purposes. So what you're going to need to do is to get into the art of holding. And I got a few questions to ask you before you make that purchase. Are you going to get 2 Airbnb properties, or are you going to get into real estate? Because there's some other considerations that will happen with that. Thanks, Eugene Thompson, for the super chat. Now, to reach escape velocity is going to be very hard. The education system does not prepare you for this. And I got my own education. This is what the curriculum is based off. It's based on things I went through. First of all, you can do a very good job and still get fired, which is a mind fuck like you won't believe. Second of all, the best product doesn't always win. Third of all, he who markets best wins. Ty Lopez is a great example of that. His first thing, 67 courses, 67 was like $67 a month. That dude made millions off that. And what's funny is a lot of people who went through the 67 steps defend Ty. They said it helped me. I liked it. So from a marketing perspective, Ty won. And from a consumer perspective, Ty also won. When you got people who are going in the comment sections knowing that they're going to get all kinds of hate saying, well, it helped me and I like the guy. And it got to the point where people who liked me, they would recommend me with caveats. Like, you know, Glenn is a good guy, but he cusses a lot. I was just like, don't even say that. Don't even give me a referral. Because it's like you give me a referral, and then when I turn my back, you slap me in the back or stab me in the back. It was very brutal. And a lot of people stayed away from me. They would watch, but they wouldn't comment because they knew these fools would come after them. Now, this was 2011, 12, 13. 14, it started to die down because I switched. Because the reseller community, to me, is just a cesspool. It has become a cesspool. It's about personality. It ain't even about knowledge. It's just weird. I don't even watch the videos. I don't even know who's in it. And it's sad because that's what I cut my teeth on. That's what taught me all these lessons. But I don't mess with them. Being the bartender, true. I have a small YouTube channel that already has haters. It means you're doing something wrong. Yeah, pretty much. You're making people feel some kind of way. Stock trading. All right, there's two things. There's an investor, these people who research the market and buy good companies and hold on to them forever, and trading. Trading is not a part-time endeavor. I mean, if you consider 30, 40 hours a week part-time, okay? Oh, Joanne, there's so many things that happen on YouTube. And Donis, I used to teach high school science. I left and started a small farm and truck business. School just trains and teaches for the test. Each lesson every day is a particular area for the test. And that's a big problem. Because if you're just training for the test, you're not training to learn how to think. Because when I got laid off, I actually used my mind to think. Now remember it. The guy's like, I said, no, I'll go home and figure it out. And I went home, I got paper, and I was just writing down stuff, taping it on the wall, figuring out what am I going to do, how am I going to do it. And it worked. I called it Scheme Incorporated because I was going to get a job and my own reference. I created my own reference, Mr. Patel, and it worked. And if I hadn't have did that, I wouldn't be before you today. I promoted myself. I was like, and this is something else too. I don't know if it's true today, but back then, they will investigate you, but they will not investigate your reference. One of the strangest things that ever happened to me was the biggest deal I did in business environments. It was me and a few other guys, and it was a $3.5 million deal. All they knew is we had cell phones and business cards, and we took them to the warehouses. They never came to the office. And once you begin to understand what you can do, because many people have what I call guided success. If I'm going to have success, this must happen, this must happen, this must be. And none of that's true. A phone and a business card is all I had, and just my personality and salesmanship. That was it. Many people think you need to have a big fancy office building. It's one of the most successful businessmen I knew. He worked out of a warehouse. Had his Lambo parked outside his warehouse. Big, beautiful house. And this was like a long time ago, so I don't know what he's up to now. You were the cool teacher, Adonis. We ain't even talking about trust and holding companies. This stream is about how to retire and how to reach escape velocity. And let's really get into that. So thanks for bringing me back to that. You want money now. I know you do. You want to live well. You want to eat well. You want to drive well. You want to take vacations. One of the few times I show no financial restraint is when I go on vacation. I spend money like a crackhead. If I want it, I get it. Most times I'm pretty reserved. I'm a chill money guy. But the only way that you're going to be able to do both is to start a business. Now, there are many people who's like, well, starting a business is risky. And I'm going to define that. Starting a business that you know nothing about is extremely risky and more than likely will fail. Starting a business that you have knowledge about. How did I get started? I sold used office furniture. What did I learn? The profit margins on used stuff was outstanding. I had experience selling used stuff before I went to it full time. I knew how to, there were so many lessons that I got from those jobs. How to set up a sales presentation, how to find customers, how to market to customers, how to talk to customers. There were so many things I learned from those 3 jobs. But I had experience when I got in the storage auction business, and that's why I was able to shock those hillbillies. I mean, Bobby, the Clampetts, they were racist, but they were equal opportunity racists. If they can make money with you, they was like racism to the side. They were like that. And Bobby became that because Bobby was like die-hard racist. It's like, I mean, you could just see it in his eyes. But when he got tired of me economically whooping his ass, he became a benign racist. And I'll even talk about this. Most black folks get mad at all races. You're wasting your breath, energy, and time. Most racists are benign, meaning they have no power or ability to impact your life whatsoever. So why are you mad at these fools? The real racist, Donald Trump, yeah, you need to be worried about that guy. There's literally just a handful of these are the guys. This is the professor in medical school who don't think black folks are that smart. He can dictate people's future. Those are the racists you have to worry about. But the rank and file, the people who use the N-word, they don't have no power. Yeah, no power, none whatsoever. And you think that they can stop you? Not even close. Let's see. Victor Vanzanetti. I've been following you for about a year and love how you teach. I purchased some of your courses. I've been doing great selling on Craigslist, but it's a hard grind. Thanks for your awesome work. Thank you, Victor. And this is what I'm talking about. I get stuff like this all the time. Thank you very much for the testimonial, because this is what that is. And people are asking for, I'm going to tell you why I don't do regular testimonies. When I was at Rent-A-Crate, this is what we used to do with sales letters. And it was a process. We would write our own sales letters. Once we finished, and we would take the client out to lunch or something and say, look, I know you're busy, but we want a testimonial from you. And I have 3 or 4 letters here. And I was like, read over them. And which one do you think is something that you would say? And they're like, oh, I like this one. So will you do me a favor, go back to the office and have your secretary transcribe this on your company letterhead and sign it? Sure. That's how we got referrals. We asked for them, we set them up, and we had a process on how to get referrals. Because once we got that letter, then we was like, okay, hey, Mr. Customer, can you think of 2 or 3 of your friends who need our services? And most folks can only think of 1, but you say 2 or 3 to get them to think. And that's how we got referrals. So I know that they can be manufactured, and we live in a very sophisticated internet marketing world because people are very suspicious of overly polished things, which is why amateur porn does so well. And a lot of amateur porn is not amateur, it's actually produced. But I'd rather get an organic testimonial than an ask for, because I feel it has more meaning than to ask for them. Adonis, so the kids challenged you, huh? Smart kids. Now, he does a farm, and you know that you can make 6 figures with like an acre if you grow the right stuff. There's so many ways to make money. Joe, I'm currently renting my old property I bought after another one. I want to use the 2 bedrooms to put an Airbnb in as well. But my ultimate goal is to buy as much property as possible in the near future. Okay. Then what you need is a holding company, and you need to put every property in an LLC. Now, there are many people in the real estate world who's like, don't do this, go out and get umbrella insurance. But if you're trying to create a situation, this is what I've learned from dealing with someone who was my landlord who had $30 million in paid off real estate. This is what I learned from him. He had all of his properties in LLCs, and then he converted the LLCs into a trust for his son and daughter. The Sherry Bagel Trust and the Jack R. Beiser Jr. Trust. That's what I wrote my rent checks out to. And I talked to him about it. I only had 15 conversations with the man. And this dude was authentically rich. Millions of dollars in the bank. He was a heavy donating to Jewish causes over in North Druid Hills. And this is where I get my lessons from. I don't get my lessons from folks who are afraid, because essentially, once you start an LLC, now if you do an Inc., an incorporation, that's a lot to keep up with. But you could do a simple holding company LLC, then you could do an operating company for each property. Now this is why you got to have 2 sets of books. And this is why you have to have a personal checking account. As long as your money that comes in from the rental properties goes into the business system, and then you write a check out of the business system to yourself, you can never be sued and they can't pierce the corporate veil. But if you do like many business owners who are paying personal expenses out of their business, you've pierced the corporate veil all on your own. And if you got enough assets, some smart attorney's going to figure that out. So if you want to do that, you definitely need to get into the art of holding. Pretty much, you can make your own retirement. Ben the bartender, let me just say I got more love from people who are not the same skin color as me. Well, part of it is we black folks in a special place. There's not that many of us that people can look up and go, oh, he's a business owner. Oh, he owns a media company. There's only a handful of us. And that's one of the reasons I do this. And that's why if I wanted to make way more money, I could shut down this channel and go strict consulting. But I don't really like that. I really don't like that. So that's why I'm not going to do it. But I'm leaving a legacy here. Even after I'm gone, unless YouTube does something crazy, people still be able to watch these videos. That's kind of crazy when you think about it. Save, invest, repeat. Do I have to be certified? It's the number one question I get from people when I show them how to make money. Well, these people have been trained in a system that says being certified, having certain papers makes you authentic. But once again, 72% of this country doesn't make $50,000 a year. There's a lot of people with master's degrees who are making high school diploma money. Think about that. There's a reason. Let's see. Let's see. Lit Life. What do you think about network marketing? I own and operate a landscape business, and it's been hard to find good help. Now I feel the trap of doing all the work. All right, Lit Life, I got some advice for you. First of all, you ain't gonna never find another one of you. You're gonna have to hire people and give up some control. Now, to set yourself apart from other landscapers, you want to put your people in t-shirts with your name on it, have them have some kind of uniform. And if you have to pay for the uniforms, pay. It's your corporate image. And have a training procedure for everything cutting grass. Like, this is how you take the leaf blower off the truck. This is how it's going to take you a lot of work, but that's what you're going to have to do, is create your own training system. And probably for every 5 people you will hire, 1 will work out or 2 will work out. And that's just how it is. People are lazy. As one of my friends said, they want to live their life and dream on your money. Meaning they want to work for you, but they don't really want to work. Thank you, Valerie Lamb. Joseph Stephen, what type of LLC? Tax this a C Corp? All right, first of all, let's get away from the C Corp and S Corp stuff. Many of you can become millionaires from a basic LLC structure. Millionaires. Basic LLC. One of the reasons people go to an S Corp is they're a single owner entity, which if you get a partner, you kind of get around that. Plus, there's so many ways to do it. Adonis, I wish you were around in 2003 with these courses. I would have been, lowered my learning curve with starting an LLC or holding company. I was getting this knowledge, man. I was in the thick of it in 2003. I was kicking Bobby's ass. I was loving it. I know, Adonis, people don't really care because it's a here in my face mentality. According to Habit, service business is cool, but really to scale product. All right, Joanne, you got those bold speakers. That's very nice to have a bunch of speakers around the house. I got the Amazon Echo, and you can create like a group, so it's real cool. Brian Randall. Nope, I haven't read the 4 Hour Work Week. I know about it, but I've never read it. Oh, absolutely. Andre Jones, Glendon, what's your honest opinion on becoming a first-time franchise? You have the money. Most of these franchises, like any franchise you can get in for 10, 20, 30K, know that you're going to have a lot of competition. Like Subway, they did too many of them, too close together, and now they're shutting them down left and right. Be very careful. I would never do a franchise because I know how to build a business from scratch. But for some people, it can be a way to get into a business. Like if you can get into a Chick-fil-A franchise, Chick-fil-A is the highest grossing fast food restaurant per unit, per store, than any other one by a significant margin. And they closed on Sundays. But once again, like what I was given to do about the landscaping, they have a training program. And it's wild because the Chick-fil-A that I go to, and there's two. There's one real close to me, and there's one that's further away. I go to one that's further away because the service is way better. And all Chick-fil-A's have good service, but this place has exceptional service. Josh Barr, these successful fire movement people had escape velocity when they made over 100K a year. Yeah, I mean, I've talked about this many times. You make it six figures, you should not have a car note. No more than a year, if that. Barfield, you do both. You do both. Yeah, this is why I call bullshit on the fire movement, because there's so many people that have above average income, and they're like, it's so easy. You and your wife making 150K a year. It's way easier for you to save 50K than someone whose wife and they're making 65 as a couple. I mean, essentially, many people just don't make enough money to do fire. And they don't talk about that. They're like, yeah, it's easy. It's good. I mean, every time I see these people, like the girl who said average income was 70 to 100K. In her circle, yeah. Her circle didn't include most of America. Most of America doesn't make enough money to do fire. Valerie Lamb. I would start the t-shirt business first and get it rolling and see if you like it and you can make some money. But, once again, we will be talking about that in how to start an online business, because I've got a streamlined course on the whole holding company and operating company deal. Oh, like I said, I've never bought a franchise, so check out Adonis, what he has. Steve James, a Chick-fil-A in the morning just makes your day better. That's funny. That's funny. That is hilarious. But if you want to reach escape velocity, starting a business, and I'm very biased, is the only way that I know how to do it. Because let's say you get a really good stock. Let's say you work for a company and you get a 15% discount. So if the stock's selling for $45, you get it for 30, I think. I don't know if my math's straight on that, but you get the gist of it. So, and the stock has 20% gains. So let's see. Let's go use the calculator. All right. So the stock is $30 for you, and you buy 100 shares a month. That's 3,000 times 12. So you're spending $36,000 a year on stock. Go with me, because most of us can't do this. All right. So now you start a service business, and you take that same 3,000 and you put it into the business for 2 or 3 months to get things rolling. So you got $9,000 invested in your business, and this business makes $85,000. So $9,000 has generated $74,000 in revenue. Whereas you just got stock at a significant value, and it will appreciate over time. But you remember I said fast money and slow money? Stock is slow money. Real estate is slow money. Unless you just a flipping master. But a business is fast money. And when I say fast, after you get your business up 6 months to a year, and then I've seen people go from nothing to $800,000 in 2 years in income and able to pay themselves six figures. Can you do that with a stock? Nope. Unless you're trading, and you got to be almost a savant trader. Sure thing, Anuri. What's up, Cody? Yeah, because this is the second one today, because I had some issues with the first one because people wanted to know what was available. And once again, everything is under the video. Profit margins, everything, man. Well, yeah, because you're gonna just discover so much more by making mistakes. There's several businesses that their first path, they found out that wasn't gonna work, so they did a pivot and did something else and had to change the company name. I think there's this video that's on YouTube, how to start a business, and he talks about to be in business, you need to be in business, because this is one of the things I'm saying. Unless you put some skin in the game and you actually get started, start talking to customers, putting your product out there, you just ain't gonna know. You can plan for years. Get your money together, get your business plan together, get your articles of incorporation tightly written, and then you put it out there and the market's like, we don't want it. Every time I see that happen, I was like, you did not test that. Oh, did you? And there are people who've committed hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars on a product or service that they think the marketplace wants, and the marketplace doesn't want it. That's why in How to Start an Online Business, we're going to spend a lot of time talking about audience. Because if you do everything else right and get the audience wrong, you're going to make no money or little money. But if you nail the audience and do everything wrong, you'll still make money. It's very interesting. Courtney, I'm always torn. Do I buy stock or more cleaning supplies? Mop heads bring me greater profit. Oh, my neighbor used 6 trucks to move. 6. The first day, 2 trucks came, and they were there about, because I think they got all the big stuff. They were there like 4 hours. Then next day, another truck came. And the next day, another truck came. And then the next day, another truck came. And today, another truck came. And that truck was there, I think, from 10 to, it left about 5. So that truck was there 6 hours. So 2 guys for 6 hours. I don't know how many guys, I didn't see, but it was probably 2 or 3, maybe even 3. That's $1,200 right there. $1,200 to $1,800. So I figured they spent $12,000 to $15,000 to move. It blew my mind, because I was like, it cost us $2,500 to move in here. And that was just one truck. Well, actually, we had 3 movers. We had movers for the exercise equipment, and then we had movers. We moved the artwork. Yeah, so it was 2 sets of movers, and the second set of movers were very cheap because they only did work 2 hours. And Donis, I think the book, The $100 Startup. Yeah, the $100 Startup just gives people ideals. They don't really get in depth on how to do these businesses. He just showcased some success stories. But if you don't know what you want to do, start a service business. When I did the original 30 Days to 2,500, like 2015, there was a guy named Cleaver. He was sleeping on his friend's couch. He didn't have a car, and he said, "What about me? Start a service business." In 6 months, Cleaver had got off that couch. He had bought that house, and his first client, he had married their cousin. He had no money. He had a lot of hustle. Buy Me Like Me. You're absolutely right. Now, Buy Me Like Me has some direction after 2 years of testing. My audience let me know what they like and what they want to see. Thank you. Yeah, because I'm telling you, so many people get caught up on the product, the design. If you do not nail down that audience, you ain't going to make any money. You're going to make very little money. It's just facts. I know, man. I was like, damn, there's another truck over there. The trucks were straight trucks. They were 24 footers. I know this because I used to drive one in my business. Each truck that came was a 24-foot truck. So that's it. All right. So hopefully, y'all got what you need. Once again, if you cannot afford, I don't want you to go get in debt. I don't want you to spend your last dollars. Don't do that. But there's very affordable courses. There's everything in the description. And once again, if you get the $2,600 deal, you get a year. You get everything. You get the art of hustling, the art of holding, and you get a year at money, income, and profit. So whatever I do this year, you will get that as well. Then if you don't want that, then you can get $4.99 for the side hustle starter pack. There's everything in there that you need to get started to making some money. And once again, with the information in this course, and I'll guarantee you, if you work hard enough, what you pay for the course, you should make the first month or two. So everything after that is gravy. And I'm serious. I'm not like playing or pulling your leg. I know what you can make if you apply yourself. But you're going to have to work. It's not going to happen. The course isn't going to go out and get money for you. If I had a course that would actually go out and get money, you know how much I would be selling that course for? I'd be selling that course for millions. I would not sell that for $29.99. I'd be selling that for millions of dollars. So just know that. I remember, sir, Black Zeus, that move may have been closer to 25K. I know a little bit about moving business. I know it was a lot. I was just, but it's a big ass house, 6,700 square feet. And I think the main couple, they had stuff. I think their parents had like a suite downstairs. And I think they had furniture. And the daughter in college, I think she had a bunch. I was just like, stuff was coming out there. I was like, good Lord, how much? But they had been there about 20 years. So that's 20 years of accumulation. So I don't know where it went. I haven't talked to them. Byron Randall. Okay, for those of you who want the $25, whoa. Let's see. Let's go here. All right. For everyone that wants the 5 checking accounts, this is where you get it. You go to Money Management's The Basics of Finance and Wealth Development. It's $125. It explains everything because it got to the point, because I used to get this away for free and I was having to explain it over and over and over again. Did a video, gave it away for free, and it was still a problem. So now if you want it, it's $125. So there it is. Explains everything. And there's a lot there. So if you want the 5 checking accounts, Money Management's The Basics of Finance and Wealth Development is the first course at moneyincomeandprofit.com. Go get it, and you be golden. All right. So with that, the day is Thursday. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Remember, everything is under the video in the description. That's where it is. That's where the good stuff is. So with that, I'll see you guys later.